Hey, what's up, guys? Big Cat here. Just wanted to get a quick video out. Just to quickly explain the league, and then I'm going to do a second video just to run you through the website and how we draft and stuff like that. So, I just reread Dave's email. It was pretty awesome, honestly, and very concise, easy to read. But just the big level stuff, and saw Billy Mack's email a little earlier today. This is it's meant to be a dynasty league. So, the first thing, and don't mean to mansplain all this stuff to you, but I'm not sure everyone's level of fantasy football. So, just a couple tips because I've done a couple dynasty leagues. Number one, pick yourself out a website. Like I used to do all kinds of spreadsheets and stuff, but who has time for that anymore? So I have two websites. I have a primary one and then a backup one if I'm stuck on a pick or something like that. They'll even let you like load in the rosters and the scoring and basically tell you who to pick. So, number one, find a good website. If you need help with that, just let me know. Number two, we're calling this a dynasty league, but it's not really a dynasty league. We're only going to be keeping 8 players next year. That goes up in the next 3 years. So, if you're looking at your lists and things like that, it's really just going to be a PPR, pretty standard points per reception league. You definitely want to err, though, towards the younger players, in my opinion. So, when you're drafting, this draft is really important because you should be targeting your first 8 picks are the players that you're going to be keeping for a long time. So, keep that in mind when you're drafting. The draft will be 29 rounds, so 25 roster spots and 4 taxi squad. So those last 4 players are meant to be first or second year players that you can stash in that area for a little bit. So, the core of your team is going to be the first 25 players. All right. Don't want to get too far into Taxi Squad, but if you have any questions on that, just let me or Dave or Mike know. We can hop on the phone with you real quick. So, IDP. So we'll be starting 4 individual defensive players, and we've adjusted the scoring up, I would say, a little bit from standard. So it's the defensive players are meant to score as much as the offensive players. So again, I just use a list right off the website. But the idea is, those players are going to score as much as the wide receivers and the running backs. So definitely take those guys into account. So again, it's a dynasty league, but keep in mind it's not going to be a full dynasty league. So I would say it's much closer to a redraft league this first time around, especially. Individual defensive players, IDP. If you need some help on that, just let us know. But we'll be starting 4 defensive players, individuals. So. Along with that, if you've never done that before, the linebackers seem to score the most points. Anyone who has a lot of tackles. So the linebackers and the safeties, they're going to have the most points. The defensive ends and the defensive linemen, guys who get tackles and sacks, those are the good guys. So just a little something to keep in mind there. Just wanted to get a quick note out with all this stuff. Last thing, we're going to try to start this draft on Thursday, tomorrow. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on the website here. But, keep in mind, this isn't going to be a bang bang type of draft, right? Someone's going to pick, everyone will get an email, and then the next person will pick. So unless we are about halfway through and we decide we need to move it along because we're behind, we'll try to get everyone together to be able to make picks. But they're going to come through slow, all right? And also keep in mind you can make trades at any time. So, if you just absolutely have to get back into the third round or something like that, you can make trades for picks this year and for the next 2 years. But just a real quick important note on that, keep in mind the picks for next year, there's going to be 8 rounds of players that are gone. So a first round pick this year is much different than a first round pick next year. All right. So there'll still obviously be a lot of good players in next year's draft. There'll be obviously another rookie class, but that'll be pretty much, something to keep in mind if you're looking to make trades. So, hey, looking forward to it. If you have any questions, get a hold of us individually. We're more than happy to help you through it. But I think we got a really great group of guys that are going to stay engaged. So yeah, let's have some fun with it. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon.